This is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have a very special treat for you. What we're going to do is make chia seed oil. Now you can buy chia seed oil in the store, but I always say that it's always best to do it yourself and make it fresh, because once chia oil and many of the oils are actually pressed out of the seeds, then they are exposed to air and can oxidize and actually go rancid. So by making your own oil, number one, it's going to cost you less money. Number two, it's gonna taste incredible. Fresh pressed oils, man, nothing tastes better than that. But what we're gonna do today is we're gonna use the Samson juicer with the optional oil press attachment to make the oil from 1 pound of chia seeds. So we've weighed out 1 pound of chia seeds, and they do recommend that you heat up your chia seeds before making oil out of it. For optimal results and for the press to work the best, the seeds, or at least the first couple cupfuls, should be basically heated or toasted. You could do this on a skillet, or you could put them in the microwave. We actually put these in the dehydrator so that they're nice and warm, but once again, they didn't get too hot. So this oil attachment is only for use with oil seeds, so seeds that have a high oil content, such as chia seeds, such as flax seeds, even things like rape seeds to make the canola oil, and common oils like that. Now this will not do olives, it won't do coconut oil, it won't do nuts or anything like that, just oil seeds. So think chia, think flax. Those are some of the two of the most beneficial oil seeds that you can use. Also, you could do hemp seeds. If you are making hemp seed oil, you will need to get a whole or unhulled hemp seeds for optimal use. So without further ado, let's go ahead and press the oil out of 1 pound of chia seeds and see how much oil we get. We're going to go ahead and turn the machine on, and you can see the auger running in there, and we're just basically going to load up this hopper with the chia seeds. So this hopper easily can hold the 1 pound of the chia seeds, and you're going to see very slowly the hopper start to reduce the amount of chia seeds. You could already see we have the chia flour coming out of the end of the machine, and once again, on this oil extractor there is this little end cap piece, and I'd encourage you to put this end cap piece on, because when you are pressing some oil seeds, the fiber will literally fly out and get all over the place. So you want to make sure you put this end cap on every single time and actually don't lose it. It just basically slides on just like that. You can see here the oil is going into the collection cup, and we have a special screen or sieve on the collection cup to basically make sure that you get a nice fine filtered oil. But if you want an unfiltered oil, guess what? Just take that sieve or strainer off and you'll have an unfiltered, full-bodied oil with some fiber in it. Now, fiber can contain things like lignans, which may be beneficial for us to eat. Another thing that you may see is, you're gonna get all this stuff here. Wow, and it's actually a little bit warm. This is basically the chia seed meal. This is basically the meal is the fiber that doesn't have the oil, because the oil has been extracted, and this machine is fairly efficient at extracting the oil. So you can use this in baked goods, in recipes, feed it to your animals, things like that. I usually just don't really do much with it because it's basically the chia fiber only. Now, I would much rather take the whole chia seeds and basically blend them up or grind them up in a Vitamix or a coffee grinder to get the chia seed meal, but that also contain the oil, so you get a whole complete food. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how the Samson juicer with the oil press attachment is working on our chia seeds. Well, they're slowly going down, so this is going to take a little while to produce all this oil. And once it is done, what we're going to do is we're going to take a measuring cup, and we're going to basically measure how many ounces of 1 pound of chia seeds makes with the Samson single auger machine and the oil press attachment. Once we're done and we figure out how much oil we made, then we're going to store our oil. And I encourage you to store your oil in a bottle such as this. This is actually a bottle that I think a hemp oil came in originally, and you could, it's basically a dark amber style or dark green bottle, so no light could get in there. Plus it has a nice little cork top, so you want to make sure it's light proof and also air proof. And you're going to want to store your oil either in the refrigerator if you're going to use it within a few weeks, or for longer term storage. store it in the freezer for longer term storage, and you will have to defrost it a little bit, to use it when you are ready. That being said, you want to get outside of thinking about making a whole lot of oil and then saving it to use when you're going to use it. Because what happens is the minute we press these seeds open and we blow up and extract all the oil out of the fiber and the seed coating is basically protects all the nutrients inside the seed, and we're busting that open, extracting the oil. So now once the oil is extracted, there's a much higher probability of the oil and going rancid. And when it goes rancid, the oils go bad. They're not good for us. They're actually negative, not good for our health. They're bad for our health to consume rancid fats. So you want to just make as much as you're going to use within maybe the next few days, and then get out your oil press and press more for the next few days. Or even better yet, just make enough oil you're going to need for that one meal, and then use your machine every time to make enough oil for that one meal, for the salad dressing you're going to make, or for whatever reason you're going to do. Once again, what you can do is you just turn this machine on and pretty much it'll run unattended. You could let this run making oil in the background while you're making up your salad, and then you're going to come back and you'll have the oil for your salad if you're going to use it in the salad or whatever you're going to do. Well, what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and let this machine run a little bit more. And, I think we're maybe halfway done. And we'll come back when it's closer to finishing, and we'll be able to measure the results. So the Samson single auger juicer with the optional oil press is still running. Looks like it's working really well. We're getting a lot of oil. Let's see, I'm looking down at the screen or the sieve, and it doesn't look like it's basically filtering out anything. Looks like we're getting a nice high quality oil, and all the fiber is getting put into this bowl. Now, once again, I encourage you to eat whole foods, and that's what I've learned over all these years with learning about health and all this kind of stuff. We want to eat foods in their most natural states. So I would much rather take some of these chia seeds and put them in a coffee grinder or my Vitamix and basically powder them up to get a chia seed meal. Now the chia seed meal contains, once again, the fiber like this meal, but it will also contain the oil. So, we're literally separating out the oil and the fiber, but I like to get that all as nature would intend. So once you separate the oil from the fiber, what you're gonna get is the oil, which is 100% fat. Yes, I said that right. Oil is 100% fat, and it's very high in calories. Just 1 tablespoon of oil contains 100 calories. And that's a lot of calories. So you could have 1 little small tablespoon of oil, or you could have like 1 nice large size banana, which is also about 100 calories. So if just a couple tablespoons of oil, you could really ramp up the amount of calories you're consuming. And many people, in my opinion, consume far too many calories and more calories than they need, and that's one of the reasons why I think we have an obesity epidemic here in the United States and other countries around the world, actually. But that being said, chia seed oil is definitely a really good source of omega-3 fatty acids. It has a nice balance of omega-3 to omega-6s. So this is almost done, and it has taken a little bit of time to process the 1 pound of the chia seeds, and it's made a nice bit of oil. We're going to get to show you that in a second. And I have to stress that it's always best to make foods fresh at home. We really want to move away from the processed foods. The processed foods, in my opinion, are what does a lot of people in. Processed fast foods are probably the worst thing, but even foods such as processed chia seed oil and processed oils you get at the store, they always have an expiration date. So make sure you read that expiration date and use it by that date, because the oil can go rancid. And when you can make your own fresh chia seed, flaxseed oils and things at home, it tastes much better and it's much fresher for you and going to be more health building, I believe, than store-bought processed oils. All right, looks like we're done. So we're going to go ahead and stop the machine. Real easy. Worked great. And you can see here what we're left with. We're left with a whole bowl full of the chia seed meal. Once again, this is defatted now. And down over here we have all the chia seed oil. So you can see the screen pretty much had no residual fiber in it. And what we're going to do now is we're going to pour this oil into our measuring cup, and we're going to see how much oil we got from the 1 pound of the chia seeds. We're going to go ahead and let that drip in there. All right, so that's pretty much done. Looks like we made about 4 ounces of chia seed oil using 1 pound of chia seeds. So, wow, man, that's going to be some good stuff right there. This is unfiltered, cold processed chia seed oil. Next, I want to go ahead and take apart this machine to show you how easy it is to clean. There's only a few parts to clean on it. Basically, we have the funnel. Just wash that off. Really no big deal. We're going to put that aside. Next, you have the main oil press part. And first, we're going to take off the end cap. Real easy to clean once again. Then you're going to turn the collar on the machine to open it, to loosen it up. Once you loosen the collar here, you can take this out, and then you're basically just going to pull out the shaft. And you can see this shaft here is actually fairly nice and clean. There's not a whole lot of residual chia seed or pulp on there. You're just going to basically wash this off, clean it up, and then you want to make sure you can see right through there, right through the housing here. This is where the oil is extracted, the oil press chamber. And you're going to want to use a special brush that comes with the oil press to get through there after every single use to dislodge all the extra oil seed, the pulp, and the pressed cake, and all the oil in there, and clean it up really good so that you're going to get optimal extraction the next time you want to use the oil press. So now that I've showed you how easy it is to take apart and clean, we're going to now decant our fresh chia seed oil into our dark bottle. Now there you go. Here is a chia seed oil pouring right into the bottle. Wow, nothing better than fresh pressed oil. So nothing better than making your own fresh cold pressed oils at home with the Samson juicer with optional oil press attachment. Now the oil press, once again, will only work with oil seeds, and 4 ounces of fresh chia seed oil. And now maybe I'm even gonna eat this on my salad tonight for dinner. Once again, this is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.